So to move back a little bit, we'll address the elephant in the room. There were some tweets before that
Yeah.
that Jaxson Ryker had put out, and it effectively got you guys taken off television. People in
Yes.
WWE were denying it to me at first, but it became very evident.
Sounds
And
about right.
you guys, you guys had been on SmackDown. You were called up around Mania time. And then after that period in which, quite frankly, it looked like he might be released for a while. Like I know there were some people in the company that thought that. He pops back up with Elias. I believe this was right before you guys got news. So when you see that and you know that this controversy has caused you guys to be off TV, did you know ahead of time that he was going to be popping up there? Did you find out about this before you all were told you'd be back on TV? And how did you feel?
So start at the tweets. Listen, everybody has their opinion. Everybody's allowed to have their opinion. That's the point of social media. Obviously, there's a two-sided coin to everything on how you feel and how you view things. You feel how you want to feel, say what you want to say. That's your business, not mine. I'm out walking the dogs with D, and I get a bunch of texts. My phone start blowing up like, hey, what the hell? And I'm just looking, and it's just screenshots of the tweet. And I'm just like, oh, come on. I'm like, I'm doing nothing. I'm literally at home walking my dogs. And then it just kind of instilled from there on how everything kind of unfolded. And that happened. We reached out to the office, and we went to the Performance Center where SmackDown was taping still at that time. So it was Raw. So Blake and I went in that next day because Riker was living in North Carolina at this time. He moved out of Florida at that time. So Blake and I went in. We're told, hey, we sat down with Mark Carrano. Hey, you guys are good. Don't worry about it. Like, everything's going to be fine. Just give it a week. It'll kind of blow over. We're like, okay. Like, but we've seen this before. We know the way the company works. We kind of like, all right, we're just kind of getting the smoke blown up to us. Everybody talked to us. Big E, Kofi, like, we just sat and we talked. We're like, dude, like, they're like, you guys are fine. Like, listen, it's fine. Like, it's just the way things are type thing. But like, yeah, just, I'm going to cuss. It's a shitty situation. Cause it's just a different time in the world, and it's shitty because we don't want to be involved in it because it's not our business.
Yeah.
Granted, it's our business to care for one another, but it's just like, just keep your words to yourself at this time. Just stick to wrestling in that aspect. But then again, like I said, you're allowed to have your opinion. So, and then I think what was worse than the tweet was what resurfaced afterwards, but that's his business, not ours. And that's kind of where we just like, listen, we distance ourselves. This is how we feel. This is us, especially me in general. I wanted to distance myself as quick as possible just because like, that's not how I think.
And you all were immediately lumped in. I mean, they hadn't established you guys on screen as individuals yet, so people are going to think it reflects all three of you.
Yeah, and that's the shitty part of the situation because we were called up like about a month before Mania. We got told it was our last match against Grizzled Young Vets in NXT. It was our last match there, and then that's where Hunter pulled us aside beforehand and said, "Hey, we're calling you guys up. We just need you guys to make them look good before you guys leave." We're like, no problem. Thank you very much. I want to go make some money. But it's just one of those things where it just, it was off to the races. We were booked strong. We were working with New Day, who is just so damn good, so damn entertaining. And it was just so fun. And it stinks the way it happened, but you can't really reflect on it now. I try to not look back at it so much to where I've learned from it. And now I know, like, if I'm in a team, you have to, everything you do or say reflects on everyone, just like anything in any business, just like an NFL, the NBA, MLB, like how you act and how you reflect is going to reflect on everybody else.
And not only were you
got to look at everything from a business standpoint.